Hello, everyone. Welcome to me and the two randos over there, or there, um, somewhere around. I
You
don't
know,
know.
you
They're
can
they're
move it
lurking.
around and so like now I ain't gonna be on none of those sides. I'm gonna be over there on the side. On my
Welcome to me and two randos, where the two randos are here to talk about some important stuff. But I think my topic is the most important one. I'm going to talk about cake.
cake.
So, cake. So as it turns, I know it doesn't even look like a real cake.
That
As it
actually looked
turns,
really good. I would eat that for breakfast, like
oh
actually.
my God. Diabetes. So,
Diabetes.
so the reason there's a cake behind here is because, believe it or not, we passed 52 years of doing no. We passed a full 52 weeks or 1 year of doing me and two randos. And so I would like to talk about, most importantly, how much torture these guys had to go through dealing with me for that long.
Because
So
even
let's.
today, he was late again. He's late every episode.
It's not
Every
every
episode.
episode. No, I was not
Okay,
late
one
every
week
episode.
he was the first person here, and I'm not going to lie. He could tell you. I was like, "Wait, what? You here already?" I was surprised that he was early 1 week. What? Yo, and that was like last week or the week before that. That's how recent it
No,
was.
it
It wasn't like in the
was.
middle.
I was here on day one on time, and everybody else was trying to figure out where they had to plug in this and hook up that. And I was here like, what you guys doing taking so long, man? Let's go. And then after that, I just assumed that you guys were, gonna take your time. So I just assumed, I'll be on time. They're not there yet. And then you guys surprised me.
I do not work on CP time, sir. I am super. If I'm not early, I'm late.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I want the person that is to my left to start first. And what I want that person to don't pretend like you're not to my left.
I don't know who's to the left. That's what I'm saying. I could move it around. I don't know which side
Yes,
I'm
but
on.
don't move it around. Who's to the left right now? Stop moving it.
To the left.
You see,
So
the fact that he taking so long to say who's on the left, which means
I don't know who's
he's
left on
moving
your screen.
people.
On my screen, Jay's on the left. That's what I'm like.
Look at me and then look to my left. Who's there?
Okay, fine.
That's what I thought.
Fine.
So, the person to my left is going to tell us what their most the topic that spoke to them the most that happened on me and two randos over the last year. Go.
Um, my memory is
tag, tag,
nowhere.
tag, tag, tag.
Yeah, Jake. Shit, I don't know what side you're on.
So this was on an episode for a couple of weeks ago, and of course this was a tag, so that was a hot tag. Over the year, just a work in progress. It was a great therapy. Doing something consistently for a year so we could pat ourselves on the back, right? Because nobody knows how long it was going to last. Um, the Gummy Bears victory was great because the Gummy Bears victory, as I like to say, the Gummy
Oh
Bears
god.
victory was great. Gummy Bears over Reese's Pieces, man. Fans, check out that episode. That was great. You saw where I learned
Reese's baby. We
everything.
winning.
You know what? Y'all winning. But we up in vitamins. Gummies is up in vitamins now. So we be winning for a long, long time. Because we could go back to the old pills. We could remove the gummies and go back to the old
Go back to
pills.
Flintstone chalk pills.
Flintstone chocolate. At least the gummy pill make you feel like, damn. And that Zycam, I can't I love it.
I have no idea what it is.
Apparently, that must
Zycam
be
is
the.
a anti like it's a pre-cold. It's kind of like emergency,
Oh, okay, okay.
but it comes in like a what we would call a gelatin orange slice.
Oh,
It like if you feel a cold coming on, you just pop one. You should only have two a day, but that thing tastes like candy. So You know,
Why do they give people vitamin C when they're feeling sick?
it's
Vitamin
supposed to
karate.
it's supposed to be it's supposed to build your immune system, but
A boost for
vitamin
your
D
immune
actually
system.
does the same thing. It's supposed to boost it because half of the thing is to get it up. You know what I'm saying?
Vitamin.
You could drink some orange juice, but again, the way Oracle is, science doesn't prove that. You know why they give us vitamin C?
I didn't say
Marketing proves
anything.
it.
I
No,
don't
your
know
face
the
said it. You
answer.
don't think I know
No,
your face?
my face was expressing the fact that
Your
I'm
face
learning
was a
something I didn't know. That's all.
Jay, remember finances.
yes, yes. Well, this is how I say it. Marketing will promote anything. Do I know that vitamin C work? The placebo effect
Placebo
when I
effect,
take
yeah.
emergency, or when I have to take one of them old Caribbean remedies, make me feel
Bay
good.
leaf.
Bay leaf, yeah.
When we were talking about bush tea the other day, I forget to say that my favorite bush tea is bay leaf. I was going, sit down, promote my plants.
I forgot to promote
Bay
Cersei.
leaf.
Cersei's a good tea.
Hmm.
I thought
Yeah,
that
All
was
the
the bad
leaves is
guy
good.
from Game of Thrones.
the reason why I was going like is because like if you start to feel sick, that means that you're kind of already sick. Like you start being sick before you see symptoms, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you start to see symptoms when your body is starting to react to the fact that you are sick. And so like people like if you pop the vitamin C, it's probably good for your immune system, but I can't imagine it being something that prevents you from
So no,
getting
no, no.
sick.
Prevent. So I used the wrong marketing word.
Mm.
Prohibits the cold from either getting worse or prolonging as long as it is. It's like, they did this research several years ago with NyQuil. Again,
Mm.
people, we're mad rando because we weren't talking about medicine. That's how you
I
know
don't.
we. But here we go. Several years ago, they did this great research of giving kids NyQuil
Mm.
or whatever medicine, cough medicine, whatever,
Mm.
and said, hey, did your immune system work versus the medicine? Usually it lasts around the same time. What
Mm.
they found was that the medicine gave the person comfort, made the cold tolerable. But hey,
Yeah,
I
it
love science.
reduces symptoms,
Yeah,
which
I
is
love science.
usually
I'm not against science because science led us to here. Science led us to Zoom. I don't want nobody looking at me and saying, "Oh, so you're saying don't take the medicine?" Nah, take it because it's about comfort, relief, and symptoms, everything. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
because believe it or not, oftentimes your symptoms are what kills you. So, like when like you get your temperature rising to 150 degrees is a symptom of something being wrong. But if your body keeps raising the temperature to try to kill the whatever is invading your body, eventually it puts your system out of whack because then
Mhm.
your body doesn't function the way it's supposed to. And that's why it's dangerous for you to get a really high temperature. Oftentimes it's the symptoms that's actually affecting you, and that so suppressing those can actually stop you from getting essentially worse.
Which that transition, as rando as it is, that's what we do, folks. I'm going into the pit. Now,
Wait,
anybody
wait,
who
wait!
ever seen this show,
Kal-El didn't give
the
his...
Kal-El tag long time ago, and this time I'll be like
Yeah,
the showstopper, man.
I
Boom.
don't, I don't, I don't remember what's my favorite topic that I spoke about because I talk about all sorts of random topics. But the thing is, some people have been saying that I just don't talk as much. It's not that I'm not talking as much. What they're saying is usually along the same way of thinking that I am. If I have something extra to add on, then I will. But we're usually along the same line. So I just like, all right, cool, that's good. I
Okay.
agree.
Well, my favorite episode before we go rando mode again, just want to put it out
Okay.
there, was the episode when the legendary, the ultimate DJ Outcast came and spent some time with us. Use his spare time because he's a busy man. Decided to
Hmm.
come out and celebrate and just take us down memory lane. I
Hmm.
Yeah,
think
that
that
one
was
was a good one. That was our first celebrity.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I loved it.
Yeah.
I spoke to him yesterday and I told him that you're gonna fly down
Mhm.
and he said cool, but I think he's in Jamaica.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
he
be
told me.
I'm gonna be down there for a few weeks, so
Mhm.
he probably will be back
Yeah,
in
I
time
told him to
for
look out for you.
Carnival.
Yeah, because they shut down. They shut down
Carnival.
Jamaica for that carnival.
Mhm.
They shut the
Carnival.
roads down.
That's what they have to do, Jay. It's carnival. All roads lead to the village.
Which, by the way, is in the middle of a pond.
Damn it. A filled pond.
Is that why they call
They're
it
they're talking about they're
pond
talking
fill?
about St. Martin, not Jamaica for the thing.
Well, Jamaica has ponds too, don't they? Like I'm sure they have a pond
They do,
somewhere.
but where the village is not where the pond is.
Oh, where Jamaica has a carnival village?
Yeah, they
Every
all everybody
Oracle,
makes
what
No,
do you
no,
think?
no, no. All of them don't have a village.
well,
Like all of
all of
them
them.
have parades and stuff, but like Aruba does not have a carnival village. They don't
Oh.
stop.
Mhm.
There's just you just go out to see people just dancing through the streets in
So
parade.
they don't have an ending place? They just keep going and
No,
then
no,
go
they
home?
just have
Like, oh, my
parades
house there, I'll
going.
just pull off to the side and go.
And yeah, and some places, like for example, there's no actual carnival village in Anguilla. Anguilla just ends its carnival
On the
at
beach.
Sandy Ground Beach.
Yeah, on the beach.
But there's no,
Exactly. Oh
it's
my
not a
God.
village. It's not a
Well,
village.
they have a stage and everything. But
No,
anyway,
no,
yeah,
they,
you're
they
right.
put that
You're
up
right.
that day
Yeah,
for.
you're right. Um, you're right. I was thinking, what other carnivals have I been to? Antigua have a village.
Mhm.
Um,
But that's
Friendside
because
have a village.
but you know why, right? Because all of those islands who more recent,
Mhm.
because Carnival was 55 years
Yeah,
old on
for
St.
us. Yeah,
Martin.
exactly.
Before that, St. Martin didn't have a carnival,
Yeah.
or at least not in the concept of what Carnival is
Hmm.
now. And so they actually took that concept from a different island. They're like, hey, that's a great idea.
Yeah, it's Patty.
So, like, the whole concept of Carnival Village was taken from the different islands.
Mhm.
So, not all islands had it. And there was a point when St. Martin didn't have one either.
All right. Yeah.
I'm
Jay, you
recording.
want to talk about a pit? Go.
Okay, I think anybody who likes medical shows, and even if they don't like medical shows, should watch The Pit. I think The Pit is very extraordinary in what it does. Uh, and this very last episode of The Pit, this is season 2, episode 15, is a great outcry when you know someone is struggling. And I like to say spoilers, but
La 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 la. No, go ahead.
there's a I'm gonna say it. There's a Caribbean way to know when something's wrong, and everybody knows it. And then when something goes wrong, they say they dream about it. When dream about it, we know something was going wrong, but nobody talks to the person who was going wrong, so they make you go over the damn cliff, right?
Mhm.
In this show, everybody knew something was going wrong. Everybody took the person to the side and said their piece. Hey,
Mhm.
I don't know what's going on, but they at least said it to that person. They didn't do the island style, and then when some go, I shouldn't even blame it on the island style because other cultures have it too.
Mhm.
But I just thought this was a great episode for anybody that's struggling like with mental health or you just see something off, and it was it was just like amazing to see.
Mhm.
Instead of like, yo, something's wrong, something's wrong, something's wrong, and then they can't talk to the person.
Mhm.
Everybody was talking to the person in their own way.
I l-
And ultimately, you don't know what's happening, but guess what? You never do. But
you, you know
That's
it
what's
was,
like
sad?
the statement from New York. See something, say something.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what's times
I mean,
whenever
but
we
New
were
York,
growing
New
up.
York is funny. I ain't talking about New York. I ain't talking about that New York. See, I'm talking about the other New York. We see something that we just as blind, huh?
You know how many times when we were growing up, somebody was you'd be there sitting down, you see somebody walk by, and you say people, "Hey, I hear that person got this, and I hear this person that." And as I was be thinking, does anyone ever actually tell the person that?
Mhm.
Like, how many people lives could have been saved because somebody's like, "Hey, I think that person might need to go to the doctor."
Mhm.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, I think about that. I know this is a controversial topic, but I think about that with the first, because there's so many now, with
Mm,
the first guy that did the warehouse fire, right?
mm,
You
Mhm.
know, they focusing on the wrong thing. like they say, livable wage, which is all relative to
Mm-hmm.
wherever you live. But where was his outlet? Like SS had a perfect point in the last episode towards the end where you need an outlet. Sometimes your outlet could be your friends. Sometimes your outlet could be, just talking to somebody, playing a game, watching a movie, doing whatever you need to do. But like to your point, Oracle, say something, you see something, you do something. Sometimes you just need to do something. Even if you don't want to do it, you just do it
Mm-hmm.
just for the other person or vice versa. So I always look at it like, where was the outlet? And then I was talking to a relative the other day, and every time I see outlet, I go, "Oh, so where's his significant other?" I always think about that too, because you could go and rage, things could calm you down. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I be looking at it. But I know that some of these things are deeper. But I'm like, yo, how many people you say? They say I'll work a $10 job if I have passion for it. But is the $10 going to keep a roof over your head? See, when you got to worry about these other factors, a lot of things come into fruition all the time. And those other factors can overload, but you just got to find ways to relieve yourself. Like I watched The Pit. Why is it so relieving? Because I like doctors and don't like them at the same time. I don't want to be on the table, in the surgery, but I like seeing them using their intelligence. Oh, and the other reason I like The Pit, why I think every generation should watch it, is because they talk about things like wild pregnancies in the season finale. This SS, this lady wanted to have a wild pregnancy. I was wild because I didn't know what
what is
wild
a
What? Yeah,
pregnancy
I
wild
was like,
pregnancy? Like,
did he
you
say
No,
have
a
to
wow
give
or a
us
wow?
yeah,
I was like, what is
wild,
that?
WILD, wild pregnancy, right?
What is that?
This
I've
is
never heard of that before.
so they never like looked it up online or said it like that. The doctor just asked, "What do you mean a wild pregnancy?" So so the guy goes, "You have a midwife or you have a doula?" She's like, "No,
Oh,
I'm having a baby wild, no medicine, no nothing."
Wait, just like
Yeah, just like she didn't have no prenatal care, no nothing.
what?
And she said, women have been doing it for thousands of years. And the doctor
yeah.
said, oh, those thousands of years had a 30% infant mortality rate,
Yeah.
right? Spoiler. And then this person goes into a seizure because she was suffering from some blood
Mm-hmm.
pressure climate. And they said, you're 37 weeks. We're going to deliver the baby because that's the only way to cure the pressure. She goes into a seizure. And I'm like, the whole time she's doing this, spoiler again, I'm sorry, people. It came out last Thursday, spoiler. They said the good thing, it wasn't a lightning crashes song. They saved the baby and they saved the mother. But the funny part about that was I never heard of a wild pregnancy. So you know what I did? I went to Google it. I was like, oh, these
Did
people are
that pop up
crazy.
on your screen?
Yeah, wait. Those things is crazy. Where they don't believe, I believe in the midwife part and the doula part. I understand about the drugs. It may or may not be perfect. Or the medicines that we use may or may not be perfect. But it's saving a lot more people than it's destroying. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But the wild pregnancy is saying no science. They go on Eve. A matter of fact, they go on Eve. They go on Eve. No science, no grace, just pain. And they showed this lady had edema, swollen legs, all this. They showed such a great thing about, oh, I want this, but what does it entail? You never had a wild pregnancy. You wasn't in the wild. You in the science. You understand?
Consequences. I
And and
mean,
and then and
by all
then
means, let her have a wild pregnancy if she want to, but like, make sure the thing about it is a lot of people just do these things out of ignorance. They're like, oh yeah, hundreds of centuries ago, hundreds of centuries ago, your body used to be exercising constantly because you have to be outrunning bears. You are shaped different, you're stronger, you're physically stronger. A whole lot of things were different about you when you were out there fending for your life every single day. There wasn't a moment where you could say, I'm gonna go like, you know what, today I tired. Let me watch TV because in that time you go hungry. Your body is completely different now than somebody who living out in the bush. And then you have somebody who oh, you know what, I will have a wild pregnancy, well,
but the
yeah.
best part about it was he goes, if you wanted to have a wild pregnancy, why you showed up to the doctor? Oh, there's nothing you can do naturally because of course the pain is getting to you now.
Yeah,
That's what I
yeah.
was thinking. If they want to have it wild, That's not in the hospital.
But what I love throughout the pit, and I think this is a great element for like people to watch, is they talk about without talking about the viral things that go against, doctors when they're using science. Hey, we're curing this disease. There's a reason why some diseases disappear, and they talk about it in a way. They like, listen, do you want to take my advice? You can take my medical advice, or you could go another way with it. But it's just very simple. It's like a yes or no answer. It's not like, hey, let me go open up the book of philosophy over here and tell you about Plato and Aristotle and why we're going into science. They're just like, hey, you're here. You come to the hospital, but you don't believe in my medical advice? What is
Damn
this?
right.
And the doctor, when you see the looks on some of these faces, these are Shakespearean experiences. Like, yo, SS, do your Pana face. Zoom in on his face. Do your Pana. You know the one, the island one that say, yo, the fucker in this person stupid, Or the one where we kiss our teeth so hard that you notice that
Call us chups.
Or yeah. Or chups. Yo, chups. The doctors be like that. You see glasses off come off slowly when they see the stupidness like that.
Like I think it's really important when you go to the doctor to ask questions, right? But like you also have to keep in mind if the doctor give you advice and you don't want to follow it, then why you bothering? If you don't trust the doctor, go find the next doctor. And if you're going to question every doctor because you think you know better, then why are you going to the doctor for?
well,
second opinion.
Here's a scenario with the doctor one that's hilarious, but it's not in the pit. But I've heard comments like this in the past. Just doom scrolling on social media. Well, it got 1 million likes. It got 1 billion likes.
Yeah.
like, oh, you drank this
likes
thing?
don't mean that it's correct.
Yeah. That's my favorite. When people come to talk to me, it's like, yeah, this and this and this, and I do my research, and the research was social media. Like they don't even know the definition of the word research clearly. And so like the problem is this new opinion based medical system that people have where like I mean you have to remember the social media providers, their job is to try to get those likes up. And so if they find something that will make you go, holy crap, this is going to change my life, all I have to do is blah, and I didn't know it. That's one of the best ways to make people go like, oh shoot, yeah.
Click me.
And so they don't business about your health. They don't have, do you really think these people who don't have professional degrees and that spout nonsense from them out actually going to give you useful medical advice?
And then I would like to say this, right? I like what he said, opinion media. Now, all these opinion medicines have always been around. They're now amplified because it's on social media, right? There's stuff that, that was a placebo effect, wasn't really doing nothing, but
it's called snake oil, G.
Snake oil, for the American audience, snake oil stuff and all that stuff. But you had to do your research because even when we talking about castor oil, to giving a washout last week, like people be like, what is that? A little bit of point, but it was just a little bit. It wasn't a lot. Now people talking about, they even had an episode like that on the pit a few weeks ago. She took so much castor oil, she gave herself liver disease or something like that.
Oh my God.
She was taking it in little pills from the internet. The internet can't lie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen, people. The reason we're growing like we're growing is because we're doing it organically. We don't like this clickbait stuff. Because you know what I like about clickbait? I fall for it. But 2 seconds after I fall for it, I just go, oh, I'm done. And by the way, you see these beautiful teeth? These came by nature. I didn't put none of that internet medicine talking about I feel it in my cavities. I hate those videos. They got this one where she's like, oh, I brushed my teeth and it grew my teeth back. It grew the holes in my teeth. The day I see that, I'm like, it grew what back?
Well, maybe they were using maybe what they were it was what do you call it? That glue.
Elmer's
um
glue.
no, yeah, Elmer's glue. No,
Hey, hey,
the like crazy glue. like
crazy
maybe
glue.
they were putting
Epoxy.
epoxy. Yeah,
Gorilla glue.
they were putting maybe they were putting epoxy on their teeth and it sealed it up.
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
know.
No, no. See,
Listen,
when your teeth hurt, let me tell you about all that stuff. When your teeth hurt and it hit that nerve, ain't no plaque.
that's what I'm saying. Like maybe they think somehow because listen, dude, like there's bacteria in there, so you put epoxy in there, and then your toothbrush definitely can get to it, and all that the bacteria going to do is continue eroding away your teeth. There's a reason. Listen, if you ever had a root canal, you know how much medicine there's put inside your tooth to prevent it from getting infected.
Amoxicillin, dude.
There's put
They do the
so much,
stitching.
so much medicine inside that thing before they seal it up because otherwise it's going to get worse. So I don't know what it is she was doing to seal up her teeth. It probably wasn't sealing up her teeth, but I'll tell you one thing: if she did have something that sealed up her teeth, it was going to make things worse.
Yep. So it's interesting out there. But again, I watch the pit because it's normal. Make you think about your body and how it's going, and it's so intense that it doesn't even have music in it. There's no scene with any real music, so it's like what? There's no. Oh wait, they're gonna save this person. Either the person live or die. You don't know because there ain't no music to give you no cues. After years of training, dun-dun-dun, you know what I'm saying? But I like the pit. I think people should watch the pit. I think it's universal, it's diverse, it gets people talking. I like how they weren't dismissive of anything. They're
so,
just like, yo, I'm the one who went to medical school,
mm,
and then the other person don't. But I will say something, Oracle, on what you said, and then I'll end it this way. So, yes, do you need a degree? Maybe not. But do you need to do your research? Maybe so. Because, there's a lot of people, in various coaches that were doing the health stuff and don't need degree. The witch doctor was our doctor. Not my doctor, but
Now,
the
I
witch
was just
doctor.
saying that line.
You know what I'm saying? But, people have different medical stuff. Civilization went through different things. Just appreciate the science that's out there. It's always a learning in progress. That's why they call it a practice,
mhm,
because they're practicing. But we're living a lot longer than the other people. That the
yeah,
other people's in the past.
yeah,
So it's like that. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Our
Um,
life expect, even though
but
we might be worse in America, our life expectancy went up.
They're about to release the de-aging medication soon. So
Oh, the de-aging. I don't want to de-age, man. I'm already de-aging on the internet.
mhm.
You know what I'm
it's
saying? I
funny,
want to be
like.
reanimated. I want to, come back with some muscles, come back like the Flash.
it,
Maybe
it
come back like that Ryu in the back.
I just
Tag,
did a
tagging.
search to find out tag. I did a search to find out when because you know the story about snake oil, right? Like why they call those things snake oil?
No.
Because there was a person who actually started selling
Snake oil.
uh it wasn't even really snake oil, but like he labeled a bottle as snake oil, said it cures all kinds of nonsense, was selling it out on the street from like a cart or whatever, and people used to go and buy snake oil, and it was like purely placebo. He just talked it out. He was such a good marketer that like the whole thing broke out, and everyone used to rush to him to get their snake oil because it cured this and it did that, and he was just making crap up. And so it was like the first example of someone being successful in recorded history, of someone
Mhm.
being successful in convincing a large group of people. It obviously happened before, but like this is the most well documented case.
The
And
caveman who sold the square wheels.
him too, right?
Yep.
But the person the thing was actually called Stanley's snake oil. And so like you know exactly who to choke when It didn't work. But the reason why I was looking it up because I wanted to see how long ago like this thing happened. And because it happened according to Google, it happened in 1712. And so it's interesting because 70 from since to show you how much of a pitfall this is for human beings. Since 1712, we had a term for what most
Mhm.
of these social media influencers doing. Like a actual term was coined for it in
Mhm.
1712.
Mhm.
And to this day, we still make that same stupid mistake.
Well, you know why? It's because we want to be healed. Like if
Mhm.
you got problems and you say, "Oh man, yo," if you got muscle aches and you say BioFreeze, Aspirin, Tiger Balm, whatever, anything to relieve your pain, you gonna try to take. So
Hmm.
sometimes the marketing is what you want from it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
To quote Good Charlotte, you like
Mm.
cars and money. You know what I'm saying? We might not like cars and money. Maybe
Yeah.
SS does. You know what I mean? I
But
might like the
also
money.
because people don't know how to actually do research. Instead, what they do is just look up a whole bunch of things that people say online and then say, "Hey, this is the thing that I keep hearing people say, so that must be the thing that's true." Like they don't pay attention to things like when did this article or this thing come out? Is there any more recent research? Is there any documented peer reviewed research that was done? Like people don't even know what peer reviewed
Means.
research means.
Mhm. Mhm.
So like when they go online and they find a whole bunch of things happen showing repeatedly with no like numbers on, like you'll hear, oh, don't do this because if you do this then this will happen. But like no one actually, it's so like somebody could be saying that in good faith, right? But that person might be the one person that stands out where it happens to. Like it may only affect 1 in 4 million people, but that one person who actually had it happen to them, they're the one with the loudest mouth. And so it becomes, oh no, don't do that because otherwise your kid's gonna get autism or this and that, and all kinds of random nonsense. And because they're the one that's broadcasting it loudly, because the people who are fine, they have no reason to broadcast it.
Mhm.
And so then you get a whole bunch of people getting scared and panic breaks out, and then everyone is saying the same thing. And so obviously it's going to be more prominent when you search for it.
Mhm.
And then
Well, that's why I
and
do
then
appreciate.
people hear it from their friends, and then they search for it, and then its ratings go up. So Google will
Mhm.
present it more, and then you end up building the thing up
Mhm.
because of your research.
Mhm.
So it's like this weird thing where it actually feeds itself and
Mhm.
keeps getting bigger.
Katamari Damaratsu. You didn't get that reference, Jay?
What?
I'm trying to
No.
think of where
Katamari
that
Damaratsu.
translates.
That game where you start with a little ball and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Oh, you mean that game of trash
The
that
trash
we got
game,
like
yeah.
for $30? I remember that into the rolling, rolling, rolling.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Is that a
I'm sorry, Oracle. You
Japanese? Is
see,
that a Japanese name for it or something?
It's a
Yeah.
Japanese game. It was fun. It was a
Hmm.
whole city.
The whole all you pick up garbage.
All you do is pick up garbage. It was kind of like how we got games in the
That is such a Japanese game too, you know.
Yeah.
no, but it was fun. And then you had another monster picking up garbage, and you had to race him
You
and
had to
fight him.
race, yeah. Who pick up the most
You had to
garbage?
race who
It
could
was
pick
to
up the most
teach
garbage.
children recycling.
Yep. I think there was an anime like that you guys were watching recently that they were
That's
eating.
garbage boy. Gak.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha, Kuta.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Is this? I think it's something like that. Gotcha, Kuta, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we had the clean version. We had Captain Planet. So, you know what I'm saying? who got knocked out by pollution. So
I am Captain Pollution. I was like, ah!
Captain Pollution, he's our hero.
Captain
Gonna
Pollution looks
blow
like
the
one of these
planet the
galaxies
hell
out here
up.
these days.
Say that again, Jay.
But speaking of things that used to build on itself, that's been around since 91, 92, when people didn't have to go
That's
to
like yesterday, dude. Compared to the
it might have been
1700s.
yesterday for us,
1712.
30 years for somebody else. We're going to talk about a game that's coming into a movie, and this game been around when the only time you knew what a tiger uppercut was actually following an instruction book. But we're going to tag in SS for this, right? We're going to tag. SS is going to show us an epic trailer from a Street Fighter movie not made by Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude
All right.
Van Damme.
Can you guys hear?
Nope, we can't hear anything.
No volume. You got to share sound.
I did. That's why I literally set it all up and I did it again.
I feel like this thing is probably AI generated, but it may be real.
Oh, no. This is real.
They're actually making it? Please tell me it's going to be a comedy.
Not only are they making it, this is the actual this is the most recent trailer.
Oh,
this is what Oracle
please tell me
made.
it's a comedy. Oh,
look, that's why I'm showing it. That's why I'm showing it.
Okay, TV, tell us about it.
I got good news, y'all. Gathered here are the world's best fighters.
I won't deny it, I'm a street fighter.
But only one of which will be crowned the world champion of Street Fighter.
Of course, he was going to be Balrog.
You win.
Of course, he was going to be
Balrog.
You're not a warrior anymore. You're a sideshow.
What's up, MTV? I'm Ken Masters.
This is your shot at redemption.
Are you gonna show? The path I'm on now is not one of combat.
Oh, snap.
Maybe it's Ken's turn to be champion.
Look what's on this switch.
How did you find me?
I'm paid to find champions. Even if they're lost.
Trying to get up that great yellow.
Good to see you, old friend.
Still reckless.
I said, hey, what's going on?
Sit down.
Pick up his
Stone
sock.
is not what it seems. We have to be ready.
That did not look like
Everyone keeps going on about your thighs.
What's going on?
I don't see what the big deal is.
What's going on?
Bitch, please!
Oh! Yeah! I didn't see this!
That was some abracadabra shit.
Oh, what's going on?
I'm positive that a fireball came out of Ryu.
Go here, Ryu!
Okay, they could have done the Hadouken a little bit better. They could have done the Hadouken a little bit better.
Listen,
All right.
Stop hitting!
All right.
The man said, I swear I saw a fireball come out.
No.
So,
I don't know if you guys ever pause and look at the actual fireball. They call it a fireball, right? But like, if you look at it, it's actually
It's
just
his
the
fist.
shape of Rio's hands,
Yeah.
like this. That they
His
actually
fist.
just flying forward, and it have a whole bunch of blue around it.
All
It's actually
red.
just him projecting his hands.
And then punch.
so the best part of that trailer was when Cammy goes, I don't know what happened to the thighs. I don't know why they talk about your thighs.
Everybody else talking about your
Now,
thighs. I don't see why.
now, people, I'm not a gooner. I don't know what they call those people. But I know what happened. I know what happened in 1991, 1992, when they used to pause when she used to do her little spin kick, and they paused right there at that pivotal moment. You remember?
No, I never did anything like that.
Yo, you remember? Because guess what?
I have been a Ryu main or Ryu for the correct pronunciation from day one. I don't know anything about Chun-Li.
Right now, no, it's funny because right now I think to myself, oh shoot, you know what? I never actually did that. And now I'm thinking that, like, that seems like something younger me should have thought of.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you found out by accident. You're like, hold on, they're beating the shit out of me. Let me pause the game. Now, you know that was my tactic.
That
you know,
was your tactic. Just pause the game when you get to beat up.
when I get beat up.
Just throw off your rhythm.
Pause. You know, because when I beat up the Vane was a Chun-Li fan. Remember? Yes. And they used to just kill me, man. I didn't. First of all, let me tell you about the psychology of Street Fighter. For all you fake Street Fighter fans out there, right? Let me tell you. First rule of Street Fighter: do what the hell you want. You got these old school Street Fighter. The first rule: don't jump. Jump, because I ain't jumping in real life, so I got to jump in the game. Second rule: they talking about block and parry. Nobody need no block and parry. I'm Ryu.
Just straight offense.
I'm the dragon. I'm a Kuma. You know what I'm saying? Who is a guy? I'm Fei Long.
Jay doesn't even know which button to press to block.
Button? We didn't need no button. Did you know that we were in?
Sorry, my bad. Jay just used to sit there and scream at the screen until the character moved.
I was just happy when the dude. Well, all right. Before I met you guys, and before the 15th, was it the 15th or the 25th edition came out? I forgot. It was a special edition Street Fighter.
15th.
The 15th year?
Yeah.
It had to be. It either had to be 15th or 20th. Whatever the year was. It was Chin Chief, SSJ, actually teaching me the button combinations. Because guess what, people? You know, I always been screaming about hooked on phonics. I didn't know how to read the damn instruction book. I didn't know that was down to back was a hurricane kick and down to forward was an Hadouken. Nobody was teaching me. I was just button mashing. Yes, I was. But then when I got better by Street Fighter 4, I was kicking some butt. But I always kick butt with psychology. You understand? Just like how I made Gummy Bears beat with Reese's Pieces. You want to see somebody who knows Street Fighter moves? Back in the day, you put some chicken wings on the line. All of a sudden, it was a different fighter. Oh, we got a block. We can't jump. Jay, what happened? What happened? And then SS with the ultimate line. If you can't beat him,
you can't beat me. Yeah.
It was like 10 seconds. Running out there like a henchman. And then we got C. Griffey. That was the last Street Fighter, real Street Fighter disciple. I'm yelling you out, Chad, too, but we all know C. Griffey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We
busted his butt from left to right. I did it with my whack moves. Button mashing, turtling. Man, what they used to call
whatever gets the job done.
Yeah.
Whatever gets the job done. Realpolitik. Any means necessary.
So before you go, Oracle, what Jay just talked about C. Griffey, and what we did to him, and when he said, if you can't beat him, you can't beat me. C. Griffey, we brought him into Street Fighter. I told him, you're never going to fight me, because if you can't beat Jay, you can't beat me. And what C. Griffey would do is he would go home at night and play for hours on end to get great at the game. And then he came back one day.
One Saturday. And he just went, all you heard was this laugh. He slowed down. All you heard was, and it was so deep. You know, the island, you know when that's that deep. You say, what the hell that?
A monster.
We made a monster. And he now tours with the Street Fighter Capcom League and stuff like that.
And he was in the tournament. And it was crazy. But again, I was never a good Street Fighter, but I was a good psychologist, though. I turn off your controller, knock your controller out.
Yeah, you do shit like that. Like push it out your hand.
No, I would just lean over. Bam!
Again,
You know what I'm saying?
all things that I wish I had thought about when I used to play Street Fighter, because
We
them
start. We
some
start.
them some good techniques, Jay. Like don't
That
let
was days
anyone.
we didn't know about no political topic, but if somebody was irritated, oh, what you feel about them damn Knicks? Yeah, they suck, right? And then of course we had Dame Cookie, who the button was moving too fast. His fingers was moving too fast more than the button response. Then we had the epic battle between the Sony controller is more responsive than the
Sony was
Xbox.
more responsive, man. That's why at Evo they use PlayStations. They don't use Xboxes.
But here's my thing. It didn't matter which one was the most responsive when I was talking my shit. Because that's what I was getting around the game for. To talk my shit and have fun with my guys. And again, people, going to Xbox, going to Capcom, I still love Street Fighter, but guess what? Can we do one favor? Make sure you hashtag Capcom. Can we remove the fighters from behind a payment wall? This whole renting a fighter for an hour sucks. Everybody knows that fighting games take discipline and practice. Nobody got no time to go be paying for a character. Let's take it out of Marvel's playbook and some other games. Don't hide these characters behind paywalls. Let us figure out who's good. We don't have to pay for it. We want to enjoy playing the game. And if you want to put 33 characters in there, and I like 6, I don't want to pay for 6 and go, I don't want to pay for no more because I got a character that got a bad taste. Can you imagine if I had gotten a Dan just based on that pink fuchsia suit gi that he used to wear?
Mm-hmm.
And I bought a Dan for $7. And my friend SS said, "Oh, Dan is the best guy. Dan is the best one."
Dan is the best.
Telling me on, and then I spent my $10.99 buying Dan. And I'm like, Dan is better than Ryu. And then I could tell you, for you Street Fighter fans, Dan knew the Hurricane kick in 5 seconds. He knew it faster than Ryu did. So SS could use that same logic.
I'm more concerned about the fact that, like, SS, why you tormenting Jay?
That's how he does it.
You
like
that. That is great.
He's here talking about how you do this thing where you pull the controller out of the hand and blah blah blah, but he's just as bad.
Yeah, no, but but back then he wasn't hidden behind a payment wall.
Exactly,
Now,
it was just for fun.
If he did that behind a payment wall, I might not play that game.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You giving me the rinky-dink character, and you don't even give me a chance to learn how the rinky-dink character play, because all Street Fighter characters are good. It's just you had to learn the mechanics. This was before they played with your mind by changing the meta. I hate this. The new meta. Don't change the meta. Let's understand the mechanics of the game. That's why fighting games slowly die, then they revive, then they die again, because it's a mechanical game. It's not a meta who's stronger. Yo, what's the guy, Zangief? Is it Zangief? Sagat.
Russian wrestler.
Sagat is the guy. Sagat is super strong. He always been super strong. He was a tall motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He looked like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He looked like Wembley now. That's who he looked like. When he go against Ryu, you see the scar? You see the scar that Sagat got? Ryu gave it to him. You know how he gave it to him? I don't care. The fact that he got this tall scar in the one eye, I want to fight him. I don't want to go, oh, that character looks good. I should spend $6 on him and then figure out this guy's too tall to beat anybody if you don't move fast enough. Ken and Ryu supposed to fight. I don't want to pay different for Ken and Ryu. I don't want to pay for the new characters. Release the characters. I'll play your game. You'll get your money because I'll play the game. Give me skins. Do what Marvel do. Switch up what
Marvel Rivals does. But your skin designs are not as good as Marvel Rivals, though. Step up your skin game.
Oh,
yeah. But again, Marvel had comic books upon comic books upon comic books of skins. A matter of fact, if we listen to Chin Chief, he wouldn't pay for the skin. He'd be like, yo, the skin is good. But every now and then, I just want to play Street Fighter. Like right now, we talking about Street Fighter.
I want to play Street Fighter. I'm going to play Street Fighter right after this. That's what I was thinking.
But then again, if I see a new character and say, oh, who's the girl with the long legs? The African, Elena? Yeah. Right? She just came. Now, she was in all the other Street Fighter games for free once I purchased the game. You know what? tell me, purchase a game for $100, you get all the characters. It's gonna be expensive, but at least I know I got every single character.
Mhm.
Elena's coming. I remember Elena from, I don't know,
3.
SNK 3, Street Fighter 3.
Mhm.
Street Fighter 3. Now if she comes, I say, oh, I want to play her. I remember her from Street Fighter 3. I gotta pull out $10 or rent her for an hour. Now what are we telling these kids? Renting somebody for an hour. We don't want to be promoting illicit activities. You know what I'm saying? What we want is to play our game. See, this is why people go frantic, like what we said. Livable wage. That was a livable escapism, the video game. Now you're saying, oh, you can't afford, you bought the game. Now you're saying you can't afford $10. No, we buy the game, unlock all the characters, learn it. It took me like, what, 10 years, 25 years to learn Street Fighter. Once I actually had a crew that learned Street Fighter. And it wasn't no internet telling me who the best character was, because I don't give two shit. I'm a wrestler.
Play who you like.
You played who you like. Until you realize that, yo, you got to be doing some frame rates. I didn't know about no damn frame rate. Oh, you see when he do this muscle hit with this. No, I know how to press the button fast. That was my frame rate. But anyway, enough about Street Fighter. That trailer was great. I like that it's goofy.
I want to see it.
I like that it's not I like that Mortal Kombat is coming out this summer and then this one's coming out in the fall and showing the two contrasts.
There's a new Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, play that trailer. Cue that up, buddy. Cue that up. Don't quit. Remember, he got that don't quit.
By the way,
shirt.
for those of you who don't know,
that's the garbage cake. So the reason I'm wearing this "Don't Quit" was to go along with our 1-year anniversary. I was showing people that we didn't quit; we just kept doing it. You understand? And we got to a year. We don't have any
philosophy behind what do you call it? Behind the movies from Mortal Kombat, because no matter how much they fail, they just don't quit.
That's true. Even when you say, "Come here."
All right, let's go.
There are 8 billion people on this planet.
Oh gosh, look who they have.
Butcher.
And Mortal Kombat is upon us.
If we lose one more time, the Earth is gone.
Johnny Cage, this is a war for the fate of your world.
I hope your ancestors are watching.
You're weak. Now would be a good time to use those powers, mate. You wanna know my power? I am Johnny Cage. Ah, we're... Get over here! Damn. Remember, if you fell, the earth falls with you. Uno mas, thanks, Ed. That Sub-Zero. I am reborn.
Mortal Kombat 2, rated R. Get tickets now. Experience it in IMAX. Only theaters May 8th.
I saw one of these trailers.
What the hell is that?
I saw one of these trailers.
That was
with a fatality in it. So there's other trailers.
Wait, there are other trailers? Wait.
Yeah, because I saw one that had fatalities in it. I think this is it right here, actually.
Oh, wait. Is it appropriate for our audience?
You're damn right. Our whatever this is called is
Our demographic.
Our demographic is cracky.
Our demographic is dad rock.
In the meantime, while he's looking for that, the reason I got Engine up over here is because he is the Kakashi of Gachiakuta. Because all these animes need to have a Kakashi like character. That's
I'm done looking for it. 'Cause I found a whole other trailer with more scenes. I'm like, yo, I can't be playing all these Mortal Kombat trailers
people gonna think we work for Mortal Kombat. But yeah,
from Midway.
this is NG. He is the Kakashi of Gachiakuta.
Listen, only Kakashi's Kakashi. You know me
Oh,
putting
please.
Kakashi in
Listen,
categories like all these people.
every single anime show that I introduce you to, you're like,
Have a Kakashi.
wait, let me see. Yeah, he's the Kakashi.
Exactly.
You're the person
That's
who
how
started
I-
this trend. And then you tell me there's only one Kakashi.
There's
But you're
only
the
one
who-
Kakashi.
You're the one who always calling new Kakashis everywhere. From
You're
the
damn right.
time
I
we
do
start
call
watching,
new Kakashis.
from the time we started watching Jujutsu Kaisen,
Mhm.
how I was like, that dude is Kakashi.
That's Kakashi.
As soon
Gojo,
as he see Gojo,
please.
as soon as he saw Gojo, he's like, that's Kakashi.
That's Kakashi,
Oh my
right? Every
That's like,
anime
dude,
have Kakashi. Dan the Dan has 2 Kakashis. Okay? 2. Anyway.
But one of them is female.
One of them is female.
Okay, yeah. They have 2
Um,
Kakashis.
Yeah. But I'm going to end it here today, guys, because Oracle's got to get ready to travel. Jay's got to go hang out with some elderly ladies.
Hey, don't say it like that. It's relatives, man. I'm doing the good thing.
The
I'm
good
hanging
girl.
out with-
And I got to do, I'm actually going back to sleep.
Anyway, people, before we end it, you got to like, subscribe, pass this around. I know we're rando. We're going to try to get better. We love to have suggestions. Guess what? Street Fighter is still better than Mortal Kombat.
Bam.
Bam.
Hot take.
Hot take. And Street Fighter's universal. You can have little kids.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
And it's the first MMA game ever.
First MMA, originally, yeah, MMA.
All right.
Later.
Bye.
Peace out.